What's up guys, Please96 here, bringing you another Shogun 2 multiplayer gameplay. Today I'm bringing you a 3 versus 3. I am playing with my friend Connor and playing with Rabbit. So before I hit play on this, I'll just go through the army setups of everyone. So Rabbit here has 2 Saber Cav, 1, 2, 3, 4 ranged infantry, one of which is a black bear, the other 3 are Vermilion Bird Force units. Quite potent. They are, I think they're elite ones. I think this one's upgraded. He also has 3 Kyoto Police anti-cav units and 1 Shogutai, which he's named Katana Kachi to throw people off. And his opponent across from him is not going to bother to say his name, is leading off his army with some Naginata attendants in his front row, anti-cav units. Then behind them he has some sword attendants, and then behind that he's got his heavy hitters of Katana Samurai. So his aim is, he has 3 different waves basically. The first wave to soften them, second wave to swarm them, third wave to finish them off. The third wave is his most potent force. He also has a couple of cav down here. That's 1 light cav, katana cav, his general, katana cav, and light cavs. 2 light cav, 2 katana cav there. Quite a balanced army there. No range units though, which, you know, may or may not be an issue for someone that's playing as the base game Shogun 2 army. And then we go down here, let's have a look at Connor's force. Connor's rolling with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 black bears with how many bowmen? 1, 2 bowmen and 2 Yarikachi, 3 Yarikachi, sorry, to protect his forces from cav, and he also has a Yariki and another Yariki, 2 anti-cav cavalry units. His opponent has brought a lot of sword units. How many is that? He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's leading them off with sword attendants, a sponge, and then he's got some katana samurai to follow up, and then Naginata attendants just below to protect the general, and a lone sword Ashigaru behind his general in case something were to happen. I also believe he has 2 katana cavs in these woods here. And let's have a look at my army. Standard army setup for me on this map. I've got my Tosa riflemen already set up in those trees. I've got 1 Imperial Guard and 4 White Bear Infantry with 1 Spear Levy, which I'll use to protect my Tosa riflemen. I don't know why I didn't really place it in the woods, but whatever. 2 Yariki here, and 1 hidden in the corner of the map, ready to strike when needed. My opponent on my side, it's got an all-black flag list. It's a bit strange, but it's not really going to affect me. He's probably done that so that he hides his unit type, because when you glance at a unit, it shows you what type of unit they are. So he's got his general here. He's got Carbine Cav, bit unusual. Imperial Guard, a lot of Imperial Guard actually, rather heavily upgraded Imperial Guard units, which is why he's only got 4 of them. His army is quite small actually, because he's got some really powerful and upgraded units. And he has his Tosa rifleman there with 80 reload, 60 accuracy. So a head-on fight with him yet again, as the same as the last match I recorded and uploaded. It's going to be more in his favour, assuming that I can get rid of his Carbine Cav and actually hit him with my own cavalry. So let's hit play and I'll talk through what's going on. So the match is starting now, and not a lot's moving on. Connor's moving up in the middle. Rabbit is, I think he's just waiting right now. I'm moving. I probably should have moved my spear units in there already. We didn't figure out. We were talking about whether or not the enemy was going to turtle or not. We were trying to figure that out. That's why we were waiting to see what they were going to do. So I think after Connor pushed up, I was a bit hesitant because I didn't realise, I thought we were going to turtle or not, I can't remember. Rabbit's pushing up on the side here. He's keeping his saber cav hidden. I move my spear units up into those trees. Bit of a weird formation though. I don't know why it's like a big gap. It's a bit strange. Alright, so he's coming at me now with his carbine cav. He's testing me with that right now. I tried to lure him in front of my Tosa Rifleman. Also, these are the same Tosa Riflemen from the last match I got 400 kills. They just became veteran units, and I've named them Shadow Brigade, because they strike from the trees in the dark. See, the game was lagging. I clicked on this unit to move it, and for some strange reason, it made my Tosa Riflemen run from the trees, which gave him away. So I very almost had him in my range, and I almost took out that carbine cav, but a bit of lag and unfortunate misclick, I guess, screwed me over there. So I'm moving my spear levy back into the trees. Over here, this is carbine cav. He's just sitting back. This guy's moving up towards Rabbit now. They're going to meet head on. There's a slight slope though. It could work in the other guy's advantage, because it will probably mean that Rabbit's men won't all be able to shoot. If you look in the middle, Connor's moving up into position. The problem is, we're fighting an army like this, he's going to get swarmed. So he's gotta like shoot and scoot, shoot a couple of times, maybe send his spear levy up, draw the enemy in, then run away. Over here, the enemy's carbine cav has gotten really close to my Yariki. He doesn't know it's there. Unfortunately, I sprung the ambush a bit too soon, so he gets away, which sucks. So Rabbit's getting some shots off at this guy. It's not really going to go his way though. It's just so many units that he's got to fight that are spread out. And I think he's only rocking, what, 4 ranged units there. Over here, you know, things aren't going good for Rabbit. Middle. The middle guy's using the same strat as the guy the Rabbit's fighting right now. So Connor, it's just not looking good for Connor. So Connor does sacrifice his spear levy, although I think he does forget to move his range units back, so that was probably a mistake. But, you know, I'm not amazing, so I don't really know. Not a lot going on my side right now. My guy's being a bit hesitant. Rabbit's fully engaged with this guy. Rabbit did lose his cav. He only recently started using saber cav, so I think that's why he didn't quite know what their strengths and stuff were. But Rabbit is getting annihilated right now. His riflemen are too busy trying to set up. His men are getting chased down by light cav, so it's just not going his way right now. Connor's faring a little bit better than Rabbit. However, he did forget that his Yariki were down here, so he couldn't protect against the enemy katana cav that were hidden in the trees. So now he's going to get swarmed. So I brought my cav in now, just to help him out, because we really can't, you know, I need to keep Connor in it, really, because Rabbit is not going, yeah, things just aren't going Rabbit's way. My side, enemy's being really hesitant. Had a game of cat and mouse with the enemy carbine cav, which I think is now dead. Is that it? Yeah, I think it is. Anyway, things over here starting to improve a bit, but Connor has lost a sizable chunk of his army. The enemy just charged his general in there. It really is not going to pay off for him. Rabbit has just been annihilated. He's just trying to hold him off for as long as he can, buy us time to wipe these guys out. The enemy has started to scoot towards Connor. I think Connor forgot that this guy was here. Either that or he just recently routed and came back. So I start to back off with my Yariki so I can get another charge bonus in. Just to do the morale shock to get his men to retreat. And there it is there. I heavily hit them there. It's going to do a lot of damage to this katana cav. They're not really outfitted to take out other cav. So this guy's going to start taking pop shots at Connor's Yarikachi. And then I think they're just shy of my... oh no, his carbine cav is still alive. Just those guys over there, just shy of my Tosa riflemen. And yeah, things are just falling apart for Connor now. I told Connor at this point to try and get his men out to me. I'll try and cover him with the Yariki cav. But he's definitely won this fight, but he has lost a lot of units. So he's got one bowman, I think one Yariki, and two black bear. Not health. One of them's reasonable health. But Rabbit has been completely taken out at this point. The enemy did try to make a move down the side there. I put my general there to intercept. I started to move my Yariki back just to keep them away whilst me and Connor could get reformed up and ready. Because we have to fight this guy at once, black here, and we're going to have to fight this guy. So things right now are really looking grim for us because, you know, both of them both have their whole armies left. I have a sizable chunk of mine. Connor only has a little bit. So this guy's just going to get reformed up with his army, and his men obviously are very tired from that fight, so he's going to wait for them to get their stamina back. So things aren't looking great, but I think we have a ranged advantage right now. Yeah, we do. We have a ranged advantage over these guys, and my toaster riflemen in these woods are going to put in a lot of work like the last match. They're just going to hold down this angle, keep them from coming in. So I decided to move my general forward to take some shots at the Naginata attendants because he doesn't have any range units. Except I forgot that my general wasn't on fire at will for some weird reason. So he didn't get any shots off. Anyway, black is going to move, or black and gold, is going to move his cav to chase me off. His general, is he a bow general? Oh, he's a melee general. So I go ahead and back off there. I've moved these white bear here to stop him from chasing my general, because I had a precaution for that. Over here, black is slowly reforming his lines. I think he's forgotten that this unit is here. Oh, he does have toaster riflemen actually, so I backed off on my men. I'm trying to lure him in closer to walk into my toaster riflemen. So I've sort of got my army split up right now. I've got one ranged infantry and my general and two Yariki down here. Connor's got his men down here as well. So majority of my army is trying to hold off black right now. It looks like these guys are coordinating when to attack, so this time I do remember to put my general on fire at will, I think. Will I actually do it? There we go. Yeah, I actually do remember to take him off of fire at will, so now we can actually shoot. So I get a couple of shots on down here. The enemy must have mismicroed his carbine cav because he just charged straight into my Imperial Guard infantry, which just wrecked him. They only took one casualty there. Me and Connor are trying to harass this guy with our generals. We have the range advantage. They can't come near us, they'll just get shot the fuck by our infantry. Over here, things aren't really progressing. Black's been really timid right now. He still hasn't realised that my cav's in there, even though he saw it earlier, which is a bit strange. So we just start taking pop shots. We're trying to get rid of their cav, ideally. That's the biggest threat to our flank right now, because it's so fast moving. One of them is nearly dead at this point, though. So over here, black's finally pushing forward. He's trying to get around to the side towards my toaster infantry. But he's going to get picked off. So I bring these men up forward now to get some shots off on them. I hid them in the trees so that the toaster riflemen couldn't use their range advantage. I then rush out my spear levy. I don't know why he brought his toaster riflemen up to reveal mine. It seems to be something that people keep doing quite a bit to me. Bit of a mistake to make considering as they're such an expensive unit. So I start setting up my riflemen to crossfire these guys. I think my toaster riflemen get caught in the crossfire of my spear infantry. But I do manage to get my cav in before this guy can sort his lines out. I don't know, I think I go around behind, yeah. So I managed to get a couple of shots off my white bear, but they are now wavering because of just the sheer volume of fire. And over here, I believe that, yeah, this guy's pushed up now. Or at least he's trying to push up. So I go ahead and move my white bear out of the way because I realise Connor's got that angle held down. We just got to pin them in. Shoot them from multiple angles. Cav is now just going to town on these guys. The toaster riflemen and these men in the trees are just really going to wreck these guys because of the tree cover. They might have the range advantage, but it's not working for them. Their men are just getting cut down before they even get close enough to do anything. My Yariki are just standing there right now. Didn't notice that when I was playing. This guy, yeah, black is just completely out at this point. Things over here are actually progressing quite well. yeah, it's actually a guaranteed win at this point. They do charge their melee infantry straight into me, but they do take some fire from Connor, which then causes them to rout, and their general was the last one left over here. And yeah, it's completely mopped up over here as well. It was a really, really close match. I didn't think we would win it, but we managed to clinch it. Teamwork, coordination between me and Connor managed to pull through that one. I know the Rabbit managed to buy us as much time as he could on that side so that we could mop up Connor's enemy. It was just a really close match. It was pretty fun to play as well. Those are probably some of my favourite matches. You defy all odds, manage to beat an overwhelming force with, strategy and thinking. And it was just a fun match. The enemy probably should have brought more range units. Other than my enemy, the other two that Rabbit and Connor were facing, both didn't have bowmen. So once their cav went down, which is they're probably one of the biggest threats, they really were in trouble. But it was a fun match, and I will show you guys the statistics now. So you can see that I had 764 kills, Connor 795, Rabbit 500. It's a unit statistic. So yet again, I would go to my Tosa Rifleman. There they are, mopped up pretty well. Not as well as the last match, because they didn't really go up against too many infantry. The enemy didn't fall back like the last match. He pushed on forward, which is probably what the guy from the other match that I played in should have done. Imperial Guard did well there. Cav did especially well. It was just a fun match. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and take it easy.